Hello, everyone. Today we are going to start another topic, and that is the age of sensibility. Now, don't worry, we will go very slowly, and I will explain everything in the simplest way. The age of sensibility belongs to the mid 18th century, around 1745 to 1798. It is a transitional period, which means it comes between two major ages. On one side, we have neoclassicism, which focuses on reason and rules. And on the other side, we have romanticism, which focuses on emotion and imagination. So, this period stands in the middle, slowly moving from mind to heart. Now, first, let us understand the word sensibility. Sensibility simply means the ability to feel deeply. It means being sensitive to emotions like sadness, love, kindness, and sympathy. In literature, it means writing that expresses human feelings and inner emotions, not just logic and rules. Now you might be thinking, wasn't this the same time as the age of Johnson? Yes, you are absolutely right. The age of sensibility and the age of Johnson have the same time period, but they are not exactly the same. The age of Johnson, it represents the neoclassical side, where writers focus on reason and discipline. But the age of sensibility represents the new emotional trend that is slowly growing. So, this is why this period is very interesting because it is a mix of reason and emotion. Now, let us understand why this change happened. People slowly started feeling that only logic is not enough to understand life. Human life is full of emotions like love, pain, sympathy, kindness, and all. So, writers began to focus more on human feelings and personal experience. Society was changing, and people became more interested in what a person feels inside, not just what they think. Because of this, literature also changed. Now, let us look at the main features of this period. The most important feature is the focus on emotion instead of reason. Writers wanted to show real feelings. They wrote about sympathy, kindness, and compassion, which means caring for others. There is also a strong love for nature, which is seen as peaceful and comforting. Another important feature is the focus on individual experience. Writers began to explore the inner life of a person, their thoughts and emotion. The language also becomes more simple and natural so that feelings can be expressed clearly. Okay, now let's move on to the style of writing. During this period, poetry and prose both become more emotional. For example, we have something called graveyard poetry. Now, this may sound strange, but it simply means poetry that talks about death, life, and human existence in a thoughtful and emotional way. In prose, novels also begin to focus more on feelings, okay, and moral values. Writers try to connect with the reader's heart. Okay, now let's move on to some important writers. Thomas Gray wrote Elegy written in a country churchyard, which is full of deep emotion and reflection on death. And Oliver Goldsmith wrote The Vicar of Wakefield, which shows kindness and moral values in simple life. Lawrence Stern wrote a sentimental journey which focuses on emotional experiences. All these writers show how important feelings and sensitivity have become. Now let us quickly compare this with neoclassicism. As neoclassicism focuses on reason, rules, discipline, but the age of sensibility focuses on emotion, sympathy, and personal experience. Okay, now why is this period important? It is important because it prepares the way for romanticism. All the ideas of emotion, nature, individual feeling becomes stronger in the romantic age. So this period is like a bridge that connects the old and the new. Now, let us quickly revise everything. The Age of Sensibility is a mid 18th century period that focuses on emotion and feeling. It overlaps with the Age of Johnson but represents a different trend. It shows a shift from reason to emotion and prepares the way for romanticism.